Okay, mates, this is Maciel Barraza, and today we are recording this new video. Here today I'm with my partner Alma. Say hi, Alma.
Hi.
Alma and I, we're partners for this activity for English 5 subject that we're taking in this BA in English teaching in the university that we study. And today, Alma and I, we're going to discuss what are the positive things and the negative things that we believe have this approach, which is drama, using drama in an ELT classroom. And first of all, we want to give like an introduction to what is drama, and then we're going to discuss what are the things that we believe are good or positive, and then the disadvantages that this approach may have into our classrooms, and how also we can use this approach in our daily classrooms to make the classes more meaningful and more interesting. So, what do you think about this approach, Alma? Drama, using drama in an ELT classroom.
Well, I think it's a very positive tool due to the fact that you see that sometimes students get to a certain level in their English studies and they know a lot of English vocabulary, a lot of English knowledge, but they have problems communicating. They haven't developed their communicative skills yet. So I think this approach is really useful to help them improve their communicative skills. What do you think
Correct.
about using grammar? I mean, grammar.
I agree. I agree with you, Alma. It is true that sometimes our students are somewhat hesitant to participate in the classroom and also to, like in this case, when we use drama, we refer to using activities in which students um, either dramatize a situation. Probably, if we're talking in a classroom about how to order food in a restaurant, we might ask our students to role play an activity in which one person would be the waiter or waitress, and another student or a couple of students more would act out as the customers in this restaurant. And I have seen sometimes in my classroom, especially, that when we do these kind of activities, some students feel like nervous or hesitant to participate. I guess, like you said, because probably they don't have a full knowledge or a lot of understanding in the vocabulary they are going to use, and they feel kind of scared to talk in front of a group of people or to role play these kind of activities. But why do you think this approach is positive, Alma?
Well, it has a lot of uh, advantages. For example, it fosters group work. They have the chance to socialize with the rest of their classmates. Also, they have the opportunity to exploit their creativity. They also improve their writing skills when they have to. Sometimes the script is already written and it's assigned, but sometimes they have to design their own script. So they have the chance to practice their writing skills. Something else is that they, of course, in practice their speaking skills. They improve their fluency, their pronunciation, and well, I believe that it 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 gives them the opportunity to self-express too.
Correct. I think so, yes. It gives them that opportunity to be creative and exploit that area that sometimes we forget in our classroom. Sometimes we make our classes just we give them information to students, and sometimes we forget about them and how they can participate or elaborate into the activities in the class. and enrich the classes. And I think by doing this type of activities is motivating for them,
Mhm.
it's engaging for them, and also we can use it as a moment in the class in which um, we avoid that how can we say it, like that uh, boring type of class in which the students are always sitting receiving information and never participating or never talking. And with these activities they can be involved in the lesson, and they can explore new things. Correct.
Yes. As you said, sometimes the class can become very teacher-centered, and with this type of activities, it becomes student-centered, and
Mhm.
is the teacher listening to the students and not only the students listening to the teacher. Also, well,
Correct.
it it turns out to be a lot of fun, and sometimes, well, at the beginning it's not easy, and well, the students may not have enough confidence to do it, but once it becomes a habit, they they lose themselves, and well, are, as you said, very motivated and encouraged that, well, they share the ideas with the rest of their group, and they can make something together and have fun. They do have fun as watching others acting and acting at the same time.
Yes, they do have a lot of fun. Sometimes they even laugh about themselves, but that's something good. Some of the things that I can point out that by using this type of activities, using drama in our classrooms, the things that I can perceive that improve in our students are confidence. It gives them confidence in the language that they are learning by putting into practice that language. It's also they give them they receive motivation, so it's motivating for them. They can improve their oral and written communication skills, like you said, but sometimes the script is already made, or sometimes they write the script that they are going to use. So they are practicing oral and writing skills. Also, awareness of interpretational and sociocultural communication skills, because sometimes we make them role play, like I said before. One is going to be the waiter, the other the customer. Maybe in a next role play, one is the doctor, the other the patient. So they are interacting with different um, sociocultural and different interpersonal uh, activities. Also, it develops social interactive skills by interacting with other people, by partnering with other people. So those are the things that I can perceive that help our students. Um, it helps them to develop those skills. Now, what can we say about the problems or the negative aspects of this approach?
Well, some of the disadvantages can be that, well, some students, as we said previously, may be too shy to they might be afraid of make the make a fool of themselves. They might be awkward. Also, that mm, maybe don't feel they feel that they don't have enough English knowledge yet, and be reluctant to do the activity. Also, well, maybe not all students are uh, very attractive to acting. Um, do you have any other ideas or disadvantages?
The ones that I can perceive in my own experience and also by reading in preparing for this video, I discovered that in this type of activities, and maybe you have perceived this also, when we make a role play activity, it um, motivates students to use their first language a lot. Sometimes because they don't know the vocabulary that they need to use for the conversation that they are practicing at the moment. So they go back to the knowledge that they have,
Yeah.
which is in their native language. So there is a lot of first language use in this type of activities. Also, like you mentioned, you have one or two students that are hesitant to participate, probably because they're shy. Like you mentioned, they don't want to, um,
The
they
activity.
don't feel comfortable, okay, with doing these type of activities. You have, on the other hand, some students that are dominant and always want to talk. You have the ones that participate a lot and the ones that don't participate much in the class. You have also a little bit of confusion sometimes when you deliver the instructions, and the students that are low in the language, sometimes they get loose and they don't know exactly what's going on. There is a lot of noise after doing this activity because everyone's talking or standing, so it causes a lot of noise and sometimes chaos. So I think those are the things, the bad things that I can perceive by using this type of approach. Doesn't mean that the activity is not good, or it doesn't mean that it won't be helpful for them. But those are the things that I can point out. Probably with lots of practice by the teacher and preparation on the teacher, we can avoid or minimize those mistakes.
Yeah. Um, what what activities would you suggest for using drama? What
Um,
activities do you think are the most common ones?
well, I would say role playing. I think that's the classical that we as teachers use, and is the one that I guess contains or has all those attributes of drama, in which one student is going to be the character. Like I mentioned in the other situations, if I am the doctor and the other person is the patient, so I'm gonna try to pretend I'm a doctor. I'm gonna try to use vocabulary that a doctor usually uses, prescribe medication, and all of this has to be worked in the class before role playing. So it requires a lot of preparation before doing an activity like this. Students must be conscious and they must be familiar with the type of vocabulary that they are going to use for the activity, and also the background or the character that they will interpret. Any other ideas that you have?
Well, there also are simulations,
Hmm.
although simulations may not be very suitable for all levels, maybe only for advanced levels. But for advanced levels, I think it's a very good activity because in simulations, well, they can either uh, pretend to be someone else or be themselves in a certain uh, situation.
Hmm.
It can be a fictional situation, and but it gives them the opportunity to improvise, to uh, well, maybe to speak or to act in a way that they wouldn't do in real life. And
Correct.
actually, I think it's something funny that, well, actually, when we are talking in English, we are
Hmm.
actually um, kind of acting, not really acting,
Correct.
but well, we obviously talk in a different way that we would
Hmm.
do, for example, in our case in Spanish. We maybe will express differently. Also, the pronunciation, we we
Correct.
kind of we kind of imitate or resemble to someone's accent in a way, not that it's not ourselves. We're acting. And
Correct. I agree with you. That's correct. I remember when I was learning the language some years ago. Uh, I would simulate also, like I would pretend, and it was done by myself. I would pretend that I was someone who already knew English, and I would start talking uh, random stuff, probably incorrectly. I don't really think I was speaking correctly at that time, but like you said, it gives us the opportunity to pretend that that we know the language or that we are someone, and and it's a great activity to be done in class, like you said. Probably not with beginners, but maybe with students that give you that has a little more knowledge on the language, they have more knowledge on the language, and they can do more with it.
Yes, and it can be something very positive in the way that, well, maybe because with these activities, students may think that, hey, uh, well, everyone's doing it, and
Hmm.
uh, they won't make fun of me if I don't say things correctly, because well, it's just an activity that everyone can make mistakes. But at the same time, it's something risky in the way that uh, they may fossilize it, that, for example, if they say things incorrectly or
Hmm.
well, yes, not grammatically correct, they may keep doing those types of mistakes over and over again. But well, it's the teacher's duty to take note of those types of mistakes and to approach the student and make the correction smoothly. I think it's more what you win with these types of activities than the risk that you have.
Correct. Yes, there are more positive things. I believe so. Excellent. So, as a summary of all the things that we have discussed here, the positive and the negative things, how can we conclude then? Um, would you continue using these type of activities in your classrooms? Yes or no?
Yes, definitely. I believe that are very encouraging and attracting for students because well you can use them to, for example, if they are very into a certain movie or a certain TV series or uh, cartoon, they can do a scene from that from from whatever they love, and it
Hmm.
will be very encouraging for them. And
Hmm.
as we've been saying, they will
Hmm.
pra- I- mm, practice their communicative skills, their fluency, and their pronunciation.
Correct. Well, I haven't been using these type of activities lately, but after discussing all of this and researching more about using drama in our classes, I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna plan for activities in which I can promote this type of approach in which the students can be involved, they can participate, and I'm gonna wait for the results. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be good results, and maybe later on we can talk about it again
Sure.
and see how we did after putting in practice these approaches. All right.
Okay.
Well, I think that would be it then on our part. So whoever watches this video, leave your comments there, and I hope that you can apply this. Anything else to say, Alma?
No, I just hope that everyone enjoys this video, whoever watches it. And it's been a pleasure to talk with you, Maciej, and I hope you have a great evening.
Yes, pleasure to talk to you also, Alma, and hope to see you later. Bye.
Bye.